So the culture is shifting, and you can feel it, can't you? It's like when Nirvana came around and suddenly I could book Motley Crue for my birthday party. For years, the left owned the culture. They told us what was funny and what was offensive. At any moment, you'd be canceled for outlandish opinions, like maybe that Miss America shouldn't be able to pee standing up. But then it happened, the flip. Together, we told the woke left to stick their scolding where the sun don't shine. You know, Michael Moore's feet. And it's more than satisfying, it's liberating because America is fun again. For instance, Trump's planning a UFC fight at the White House. I hear, all right, twice. I hear they're gonna make Nancy Pelosi the ring girl. Yeah. And hold up the number of facelifts she had this week. Then there's the Kennedy Center honors, where Trump honored Kiss and Sly Stallone. You know, if it were still Joe Biden, he would have picked his favorite band, the Visiting Angels. They do a killer rendition of Stairway to Heaven. Hollywood must feel like a cannibal at potluck because they keep getting served middle fingers. Director Taylor Sheridan is making anti-woke shows that dominate the ratings. Yellowstone became a huge series that spawned 2 prequels and 5 spin-offs. And who can forget this moment from Landman?
You want to guess how much oil it takes to lubricate that thing or winterize it? And its 20-year lifespan, it won't offset the carbon footprint of making it. We have a 120-year petroleum-based infrastructure. Our whole lives depend on it. And hell, it's in everything. That road we came in on, the wheels on every car ever made, including yours, it's in tennis rackets and lipstick and refrigerators and antihistamines, soap, hand lotion, garbage bags, fishing boats, you name it. Everything.
Wow. On Netflix, A Defense of Fossil Fuels, which is something Joe Biden will be when he's cremated. And the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle controversy. Instead of the bitter taste of cancellation, America chose big racks and biological facts. A woman whose bulges are in her sweater, not between her legs. Now even Chuck can't deny the flip and Trump's impact.
Look, I don't think we've had anybody have this much impact on the country since FDR. I mean, for culturally in particular, certainly in how even our politics is conducted in that sense. I think the question is, does he have impact on policy for decades to come? But I think culturally in particular, and certainly on our political identity, I think he's had, not since FDR, we had this kind of a president with, look, he wants to involve himself in everything. FDR involved himself in almost everything.
So deep, Chuck. You could have mentioned all that while you worked for MSNBC when you showed all the critical thinking of a goateed lemming. Then there's comedy wet blanket Mark Maron admitting PC humor is over.
There is no real progressive pushback anymore. They've won, right? So that side has won. They've won culture, and they've won the presidency, and now you have a lot of frightened people that believe in what was once democracy in terms of respecting all types of people. That's kind of gone.
Hey, bozo, the only people who should be frightened are the ones who bought non-refundable Mark Maron tickets. Of course, there's Colbert, whose dancing COVID shots made his credibility die suddenly. Then I went on The Tonight Show, and every day. And Fallon's ratings jumped faster than Joy Behar's pulse at an all-you-can-eat shrimp bar. This is the cultural shift from misery to mirth. For years, the Dems sold this worldview where everything was an existential threat. The weather, your jokes, your lunch order. They made Jack Kevorkian look like Tony Robbins. They acted like achievement, competence, and fun were oppressive to people who weren't participating. And they got away with it because we let them shame us one by one. But then something happened. We decided to share the risk. When somebody got targeted for cancellation, others stepped in and said, nope, not today, Don Lemon. All it took was standing up to a bully. Like when I finally got the courage to say, no, Dana, I won't do meth with you. And just like that, the shame weapon was gone. The people who thought they could mind read your intent and always assumed the worst, they lost their theoretical superpower. And the result, a new golden age of America, where wanting good things to happen leads to good things happening. And the left can't process this. They're trapped in a psych ward of their own making. Their brains broke, and they wake up every day angry at Americans for not feeling the same. And the rest of us, we're as free as my pool boys when they turn 18. The days of being told you're evil for wanting to laugh are over. The grown-ups are back in charge of the party, and we're turning the music up louder than ever. And those who hated us, you're welcome to join us. But bring women, the kind that don't have to tuck in their junk. Let's welcome tonight's guest! Since taking over the EPA, DEI is DOA. EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin. Like a Malaysian flight, his jokes never land. Writer and comedian Joe DeVito. Her baby's first words were, Mom, stop quoting Ron Paul. New York Times bestselling author and Fox News contributor Kat Timpf. And women praise his abilities at assisted living facilities. New York Times bestselling author, comedian, and former NWA World Champion. Lee, first off, you are doing an amazing job. We knew you would. We knew you would because you are somebody who gets up in the morning and does your job. You're not interested. Just want to be clear that you're applauding me talking about him. Do you feel a shift? There's a shift. I mean, obviously it's from pessimism to optimism, but there's something else going on here.
Yeah, it's all across the entire country. I've been to 30 states since confirmation. I was just in Indiana before I came here. All across America, people are feeling good. You just referenced that golden age of America. People are feeling hopeful for the future. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're just talking about all of the shifts with comedy and culture. And the reason why Colbert got canceled was obviously because he sucked. He was losing money. It wasn't any of the other reasons that his friends are trying to rally behind him arguing. And instead of comedy featuring what is like an unfunny lecture about what we are supposed to be offended by, we're now back to this moment where comedy features hilarious commentary and insight about what we are not supposed to be offended by. And just on so many respects, you're talking about money, you're talking about freedom, you're talking about safety, you're talking about culture and comedy. Right now, there are so many reasons to be feeling good about life in America.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, Joe, or as you are listed here, TBD. You actually came to this show early. You've been here for what, 5, 6 years, something like that?
On this show, and then going all the way back to the Red Eye days.
Yeah. Now, did people give you crap for going to a show that was pretty much obviously not like other shows? Did you have...
Oh, yeah. And a lot of them are the same people now saying, can you give me the number of the booker for Gutfeld?
Yes.
So I can get on. Yeah. I think Lee makes a good point. It just shows you, like, the shift. What do you want to have on the White House lawn? Do you want to have a UFC fight, or do you want to have Joe Biden getting escorted away by someone in an Easter Bunny costume to take him away? It really is choose your fighter. Who do you want? I can't think of a better contrast than what Irish chick do you want? Dylan Mulvaney or Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah.
It's that simple. it's almost like a first-round draft pick fell into our laps.
Yeah.
That, I mean, conservatives, we were happy with Mike Lindell's pillows. And now we have Sydney Sweeney. It's like, this is the best. So I think it shows this is sort of a natural order of things that.
Oh.
Yes, thank you, Kat. Yes, thank you. Men like to fight. Women like to be pretty. That's the way it is. Mm-hmm. And in both cases, I like to watch. But what I think is, I think lefties have it made. Because they win either way, because even when they get elected, they can put their crappy policies into place and ruin things. But when they lose, they still get police who protect them.
Yeah.
They still get an economy.
We don't
that's
hurt
strong.
them.
We don't hurt them. And people are freaking out about Trump sending the National Guard to D.C. He's going to save more black lives than BLM ever did.
Yeah. All right.
I just got it.
Kat, okay, can this go too far? Is there something like it's hard not to see that this White House and things are fun. Is there going to be a point where, like, oh, we make a mistake, or not we, but the White House? I can say we, but you can't. But I say we
Right.
make a mistake.
Right. Of course it can go too far. Everything can go too far. I think what I would really like to see, if I controlled our destiny as a nation, would be for not a shift left or a shift right, but a shift towards that not mattering so much. A shift away from ostracizing each other, based on the kind of thing you were talking about, Joe, where it's like, oh, even for me, it's like, oh, you work where, you do what? Either side doing that, exactly like when you were on The Tonight Show, which I just heard about today for the first time. You never mention it. But, you know, you're sitting there having that conversation with him about stuff in life. You didn't, like, swing down from the rafters like, this is MAGA country now, bitch. Like, where you're two humans having a human conversation. That's, I think, really, really what we need. That would be so healing for us.
And I'm all about healing.
Yeah.
You know, Tyrus, there's something to be said about the power. I hate to use this phrase, the power of positive thinking. But you have this comparison where you have this leader, Trump, who thinks in positive terms and good things happen. And you look at the Democrats who lived in this kind of like world of pure negativity, and they're miserable and bad things happen. There is something about the psychological frame that you carry with you that really can shape the way the world is.
Well, good point. Trump is not being, he's being positive, but he's doing something that I have not seen any other president do in my lifetime, is he's being everyone's president, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not, he's looking at these blue cities where if these were red cities, and this was, let's say, we did have a Biden in, the red cities, their philosophy, let them burn because it looks good for our bottom line.
Yeah.
Why would you vote for a state like that when you can be with us? Instead of that, he's like, no, my job is to make sure that everyone has the best shot. So when doing that, he's going to alienate the extremes of the right. They're going to complain because and we see it a lot. And one of the things that we have to be concerned with or worry about is you don't want to become what you hate.
Yeah.
Now, for everyone here will have a story about how they were ostracized or treated differently or gone after when they decided to support being a conservative. You know, from the very beginnings of our show when we were just on Saturday nights, I was on two major series. I was on Preacher and I was on, I can't remember the other one. It was the one after midnight, you could kill everybody. What was it? Anyway, that's how long ago it was. But
Murder, She Wrote.
no, I wish I would. Not that long. Not that long. But if it was that long ago, I look good. But we have to be careful we don't become what we want. And I'm starting to see signs of everybody wants equality, but then when they get it, all of a sudden they want advantage.
Yes.
And now we're starting to see parts of the right who are dictating who you can make fun of, who you can't make fun of. Everyone was crying about South Park.
Yeah.
It's like, no. If you got to be able to take a joke.
Exactly.
You can make fun of anyone at any time. It is a joke.
Yes.
And if you can't handle it, you don't have the right to complain about when the left and the woke did that. And now you're doing that stuff because, well, you voted for the same person. What the hell does that have to do with a joke? A joke is a joke.
Yeah.
So we have to be when you have advantage, you have to remember that it comes around. What goes around comes around.
Exactly.
And enjoy the moment, but don't be a dick about it.
Yeah.
Amen.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.